Empire. Is it the groundbreaking new show? Or just more coons, thugs, and stereotypes?
No permission needed.
What's up, my free-thinking comrades? And welcome to another episode of One Chick Army. I'm your host, De'Ara Lewis. So unless you've been living under a really big, huge rock, you've heard of Fox's sleeper hit show, Empire, co-written and co-produced by rock star director Lee Daniels. The show centers around a family who has built an empire on hip-hop music as they fight to take control of the company. Ooh. When I first read the byline of the show, I was very intrigued and thought, this sounds like the hip-hop version of the show Nashville. When I learned the show was partially inspired by the soap opera Dynasty, I was really excited. And so when I checked it out, I was not disappointed. Then the comments started, followed by a very scathing review by Dr. Boyce Watkins, who had apparently not even seen the show before offering his 2 cents. Even before the first episode aired, everybody had something to say. Empire is coonery. Empire is following a cliched gangster rags to riches story. Empire is perpetuating the negative stereotypes of the black community. Empire is promoting the homosexual agenda in the community and in America. This really hit home for me because I'm a filmmaker and actress, and I produce very edgy work. My first feature film, for example, was called Tricks, and it was about the lives of 6 Memphis prostitutes. And the goal was to destroy the stereotypes about them and to also humanize them. And I got a lot of flack for this because I didn't present them as victims. I was once even told I had an NWA style of filmmaking. Now, although the show Empire has had record-breaking numbers since its debut, the jabs continue. So I wanted to take a moment and address the most common complaints I hear in my own De'Ara kind of way. Empire is just another example of thugs, gangsters, and coonery. This is the top complaint I hear, and on the surface, it seems really valid and hard to disagree with. The patriarch of the family, Lucius Lyon, sold drugs in his youth, and it was with that drug money that he was able to solidify his career and actually build his musical empire. But look closer. The show is based off of mainstream hip-hop, and plenty of those artists sold drugs and were in gangs before they became successful hip-hop artists. You can't do a show about mainstream hip-hop and not acknowledge the many components of it. It won't be authentic. Is that a stereotype? Well, I don't know. What exactly is a stereotype? Well, the word first came from the metal printing trade. Stereotypes were used for printing duplicates instead of using the original molds. The word was first used in modern psychology in 1922 to be defined as a simplified and standardized conception or image. But here's the thing, the characters in Empire are not simplified or standardized. These are multi-dimensional, complicated, flawed characters, much like how we are in real life. He did some cutthroat things to secure his success because he saw no other way out. He is ruthless, unrelenting, and yet he loves his family. He will kill for them. And despite his views on his middle son's sexuality, he still loves and takes care of him. He still loves his ex-wife and gave her an opportunity to make a name for herself within the company. When his oldest son, Andre, who is bipolar, had a psychotic episode, he showed patience and compassion. So who is the thug? Couldn't be the sons. His oldest son, Andre, earned his MBA from the Wharton School of Business. His middle son, Jamal, is an humbled, gifted rising musician. His youngest son, Hakeem, is a bratty but gifted slacker who idolizes his father. None of the sons have ever lived the street life. They grew up in a wealthy, nurtured environment, and none of them ever sold drugs. And although the brothers may fight, as all brothers of all ethnicities will do, they truly love and support each other, as was beautifully illustrated in episode 9 when they were all trapped in the elevator together and Andre slipped into psychosis. You have the mother, Cookie, played to a T by Taraji P. Henson, who sacrificed everything so her family wouldn't have to live the life that she did. And now she's trying to fight for a second chance and also rebuild a relationship with her sons. So where are the overly simplified, standardized representations of the black community that these black thought police are talking about? What is oversimplified about a father being born in poverty and doing everything he can to get out of it and also to create a legacy and generational wealth for his family? If that was so simple, then there wouldn't be so many broke folks walking around here, don't you think? But that storyline has already been done over and over. Newsflash, there are no new stories. It's just all in how you tell them. How many more movies and shows do we have to see with black men being gangsters and committing crimes to be successful? Oh, much like the Kennedys, who are historically celebrated, but their patriarch, Joseph P. Kennedy, was a bootlegger during the Prohibition period before he became a prominent government official. He set the path for success for his sons. It has even been largely speculated and documented that Papa Kennedy used his connections with the mob, in particular with Chicago mobster Sam Giancana, aka Mooney Sam. The word is he had Mooney Sam muscle in on local union members to vote for JFK, winning JFK the 1960 West Virginia primary, which set him on the trail to ultimately becoming the President of the United States. Lee Daniels even admitted that it was the Kennedy story that inspired Empire more than anything else. And if Empire is a gangster story, it's more along the lines of The Godfather, Scarface, Goodfellas, Casino, even Boardwalk Empire. Not these elusive black stereotypes. Y'all check out what the original gangs and gangsters look like. Check out the history of the word thug. Check out the history of drive-by shootings and where they came from. How many businesses and great empires do you think were started by crimes, including the United States? How many successful businesses were launched by former criminals who took the knowledge that they learned in that life and put it to legitimate use? You'd be surprised that most don't look like this. And that's all I have to say about that. And trust, there is going to be a part 2 next week, so make sure you join me. We're going to get into the whole coonery accusations and the fact that people are saying that Empire is promoting a gay agenda, so you don't want to miss that. So make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you're reading this on my blog, onechickarmy.com, you can subscribe there as well. Hell, why not subscribe to both? And y'all know y'all can hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and let's talk about it. If you're mad, if you're angry, if you're happy, whatever, let's talk about it. Until next time, my loves, this is One Chick Army, and I am your host, De'Ara Lewis. Over and out.